Welcome to Malta. This is the home of the not only Junior Eurovision Song Contest, but also of the Malta Eurovision Song Contest in 2014, but for 2015. We now have the pleasure to speak to a veteran to the contest. Almost a veteran. He's there for a third time now. Big pleasure to speak to Chris Grech. Hello, Chris. How are you?
Hi there. I'm all right. And you?
Very good. It's always nice to be back in Malta. Especially it's nice when we can swim in the Mediterranean in November and go out in t-shirts like that. That's amazing. We went to swim in Ramla Bay yesterday on Gozo and in Golden Bay.
Wasn't it cold? Or?
No. Actually, for you, yes, it would be cold.
Us,
Maltese, yes, but for us north people, it is actually quite nice, pleasant. So, how was it to rehearse on the stage today? Actually, this is the Eurovision stage where the juniors competed on.
It's an amazing stage, that's for sure. It's the biggest one we've had so far, so I'm really honored to perform on this stage, of course. This was the first rehearsal we had today. Lasted about an hour. Everything went pretty good. We just needed to get used to the stage and to the very big place, which is all great because the bigger, the better, of course.
Now, it's been a second national final within the year. We had February for 2014, then we had the national final for 2015 that's coming up. What will you do next year? when in 2015 there's no national final?
Well, I probably miss these times of preparations and all of that. Even though this time it came really quickly because we had just finished from the previous one, and soon enough we had to submit another new song for the competition. So everything takes a bit of time. But I mean, it's all good. I mean, the pressure makes it even more interesting sometimes.
Exactly. You're a man that likes pressure a lot, so I guess. So that
well, I would prefer being more relaxed, but when it comes, you have to deal with it, of course.
Well, of course, then when it was announced that the national final was going to be held in November, how quick then can you get a song together? Because you're also the composer of your song, the author.
Well, the author is actually myself,
Yeah.
because I wrote the lyrics. Because they're based on personal experiences. It's nothing tragic, but I do like to write about my own experiences and feelings whenever I'm in the mood, you know. And then I teamed up with David Kassar-Torajani, who's the guitarist, and Edward Mifsud was the pianist, and we actually met up to put the song together. And actually we wrote it in just 4 hours because we met for a first session and took 3 hours to put the pieces together and come up with a vocal line and all of that. And then we met another hour the following day just to finalize the pieces. Then we went off to the studio and with Peter Borch, who actually gave us big input in producing the song then, because it was first an acoustic kind of setting, and then we produced it to come up with what is being heard right now.
The song is called Closed Doors. Can you tell us the animation for writing that song?
Yeah, sometimes you pass through times in your life when you try hard to achieve a lot of things, and you'd be very positive and you work very hard to achieve what you really dream for. But sometimes it's not always possible because you have other powers outside of your control, which sometimes can block you in the way, you know. So that's where the closed doors come in, which is unfortunate, but they are things that happen to everyone in the end.
It's a good song. We heard it, and also we watched a bit of the rehearsal. It's, I think, better than the ones that ever you had in before.
I'm
so
glad.
good luck on Friday night in the semi-final.
Chris, a number of the competitors in Malta Eurovision this year started out with their music when they were 3 or 4 or 6 playing the piano or perhaps singing, but I think you're a self-taught musician.
That's right. I started at a later age because I started at around 16 years, where I actually bought a guitar and started experimenting. I mean, my love for music was always there, and I always felt that the music put me in a comfort zone, kind of. But I was always searching for the kind of music that I liked until the age of 11, when I started hearing metal songs, and I felt that this was the right music for me. Of course, it evolved as time passed by, and now I have a much broader listening experience, you know. So I tend to like more music, and which is more different, and I like to experiment a lot different kinds of music.
Hence why you're forgoing metal and singing in the Malta Eurovision. Yes.
That's it. I mean, I find no harm in that, and in the end, if you are true to yourself and you come up with songs that actually represent yourself, then it's not a problem.
Well, metal is your genre, rock metal. Who is your idol on the international rock metal music scene?
Yeah, actually, it's progressive metal. So my idol is more bands like Dream Theater, for example, which is, I mean, in the end, even though it's metal, it's still very refined and very technical, and it's very challenging to actually play that kind of music. So I find a lot of art in it, and as you said, I like pressure. So the challenging part of the music is what makes me want more, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And the vocals in that kind of music are challenging
Yes.
too, I think, Chris. Yes.
Yeah,
Possibly in a different way, just as challenging as Federica's vocals in the Junior Eurovision, but challenging in a different way.
Yes, I tend to agree. It's a very powerful kind of vocals that you need to come up with to sing these songs, and you have to be accurate and powerful at the same time, and it's a tough job. It's a tough job, but
Somebody's got to do it.
yeah, that's right. And over the years, I trained myself to get better and better. Of course, it's never enough, but I try to do my best.
I've got to ask you this because it was the national final, sorry, the Junior Eurovision Song Contest on the stage where you will be in the national final. Federica, her voice is just amazing.
Very true.
What do you think of a little girl like that singing like mezzo soprano? Is that right?
First of all, it's amazing that at the age of 11 she can sing that kind of music. I mean, fair enough. Sometimes it's related to an older audience. However, I think if she likes what she's doing, she can maybe even take the style further and come up with something even different, which is better than just keeping the soprano part only. Maybe she could do a very interesting mix with the pop world and the soprano, which is what she's doing right now. But she's only 11 so far, so I wonder what she'll be doing when she's even older than that.
But for sure, it was a magnificent show here on Saturday. But that's what we saw.
Yes, I did see it, and I was impressed, and I'm actually looking forward to know that the same setup is going to be there for ourselves as well. So it's nothing but to look forward to.
Well, we know in Malta a lot of huge, big talents you have here. But would you be prepared to leave Malta to break in through the career in another country?
Well, if the deal was right, then of course I would. I mean,
Leave beloved Malta to go somewhere else.
it is tough. It is difficult, but there can be other arrangements as well. I mean, established artists can live anywhere in the world if they wanted, and then go from one place to the other to perform. So it's not impossible to find the right balance between enjoying your life and actually performing and doing what you love to do in the end, basically.
Is there a website where people can find out more about you?
Well, I do have my Facebook page, which is the most part that's being updated, because I think everyone's on Facebook lately, so not lately, these last years, but so it's convenient to keep everything centralized on this page. So if they look for Chris Grech page, they will actually find it.
Fantastic. Chris?
I'm
sorry,
David.
Sorry.
It's been a long week of Junior Eurovision.
Yeah.
Chris, you saw the show, the Junior show,
Yes.
but this morning you walked out onto the stage for the first time. What were your thoughts?
Well, as I said, I was really impressed with the show of last Saturday, and I really look forward to get the same setup. I mean, even from just the sound check, the sound was amazing, and I really felt comfortable on stage. The stage is very big, and it's a problem to try and use it the best way possible, because you get lost sometimes.
That was going to be my next question, Chris. You've written the words, you've got the song, you've got the problem then of how are we going to fill this huge stage? What sort of performance are we going to put on? What's the act going to look like? How do you go about deciding how to do that?
Well, in most cases, I start by listening to the song and try to imagine how it should look like when you listen to it. And I mean, the song has a lot of lows and highs, and it has a climax. So the visuals can be very interesting as well, which would flow with the feel of the song. And on top of that, to help me, I have a band with me as well, so that will fill the stage even more, and it will get their vibe as well going. So collectively, it will sound and look bigger as well.
Did you have any input into the choice of graphics behind you or anything of that
Yes,
sort?
we did. We did some brainstorming sessions with my band and I, and then we forwarded the ideas to the production of PBS, which came up with the very beautiful visuals we have behind us. I didn't have the time to look at them now, but
No,
but,
because you've been concentrating on your
yes, of course.
performance rather than what's happening behind you.
but they had
yes.
showed me the video, a video of it before. So I'm assuming I'm seeing what I saw last time. No, but they're really nice. I really like them.
What's coming up in the next few months for you after the national final?
Well, I'll definitely start my own Chris Grech band, because even though I have a band in the progressive metal scene, I feel that I should expand my horizons in more familiar grounds to the public, basically, which is basically what I'm doing right now. So the song I'm singing at this contest is what people should expect from other songs I will write and compose.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for talking to
You're
us,
most
Chris.
welcome.
But could we go out of the interview with a piece of your song that you're going to be singing on Friday?
Shall I sing a part of it? Okay. Take a look ahead. Take a look at the road in front of you. Unaware of the rough path. It's me who's to blame. It all keeps happening again. The stars shine brighter in my eyes. Something like that.
Thank you very
Well
much.
done.
All the best of luck.
Well done.
Thank you.
And do it well on Friday, go into the final on Saturday, and then get the ticket from Vienna.
Well, I really hope so.
Best
I
of
hope
luck.
that my doors will open then.
Best of luck and thanks for
Thank you.
talking to
Thanks
us,
a lot.
Chris. We appreciate it. Thanks.
You're most welcome. Thanks.